So there's been a bit of controversy lately about, say, a team in the Olympic scene goes its separate ways, helm and crew go separate ways. Who keeps the ISAF world ranking points? Well, at the moment, it's the helm. And some of the crews have been a bit disgruntled about that. So we ran a poll on 49er.org. Funny thing is that the helms are running away with that vote right now. The crews don't seem to be showing up, or maybe the crews don't feel that they deserve it. So we got two crews here. Now, probably hypothetical question for you both, because you're in very happy marriages in the Olympic scene with your respective helms. But if you were to go your separate ways, let's say, Blair, you and Pete, let's say there's an injury or something, that Pete is injured and you want to carry on with somebody else, but you don't get to keep the points under the current system. How do you think it should be?
Yeah, it's a really tricky one, and there's certainly been a bit around this area lately, and I think for everyone, I think, in the sailing world agrees that the crew and the helm should be the equal, with how, whether that's the commentators talking about the team, whether it's Burling and Tuke, or rather than just say Burling, but as far as...
Does that upset you? I need to check up on that.
Nah, but it's just, I think everyone I think in sailing agrees that in the 49er, or this is how I see it, any sort of double-handed boat, that it's an equal partnership, whereas say in the bigger boats and the cup stuff, then fair enough that the helm, because you can't say everyone's name on the boat anyway, and the helm has, is rightly so, should get the credit, I think. But in the 49er stuff, it's quite, I think it's 50-50 partnership. And as far as ranking points go, it's a tricky one to try and split them up, or to leave them with one person to make it fair. It's always going to be a hard one. I don't personally don't have the answer as to how it should go.
That is a tough one. I'm just wondering, going back to the A-class Worlds in Takapuna last year, was it? Now, Glenn Ashby won it, but in second was Blair Tuke, and in third Pete Burling. So maybe the points should go to whoever beats who in another championship when it's mano a mano. I mean, that's maybe another way of splitting the points. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it was good. It was good to beat Nathan that one too. Goobs wasn't there, but he probably would have. I reckon he would have been up there too. So no, it's like I said, it's a really hard one, and I think Goobs might want to speak to it a bit more rather than check in all on me.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Goobs, because you got a second place in, I think it was Miami at the beginning of the year, sailing with Joel Turner. So am I correct in thinking that?
Yeah.
So you've shown Nath that you can go out there and do it with another helm if you needed to. So well, you must have been pretty pleased about that to begin with, and then just tell us what you think about the whole crew rights issue.
Yeah, no, I think Joel's an excellent sailor as well, so it makes it a bit easier when you've got someone who can pick a shift and this boat handling is all sorted. But to do with the crew rights and the skipper rights, I think it should be even, I think if you split, then the points split with them. Like Blair was saying, I think the crews and the skippers are even parts on this boat. If you take off Blair and you put someone else on the boat, Pete will suffer,
So you split the points. That means both of you go tumble down the table, sort of midway down the table kind of thing. That's the best that you can do with this, is it? Sort of that's the best compromise.
I don't know if that's the best compromise, but I think that'd be better than if like in the NACRA recently. This is where this whole issue started, I think, where the Argentinian crew was at a World Cup without a skipper because the skipper was injured or sick. I think that the fact that she has no points and no right to sail when they were second at the Worlds or third at the Worlds or whatever they came is not really fair on her. And I don't know if splitting them is the right thing to do, but I think it's better than just leaving all the points with the skipper.
Well, there we have it from the Crews Union. So get voting on that poll, because the helms at the moment are running away with it. So if you want to redress that balance, get online to 49er.org.